Currently we're looking at over 7,500 people across the country in emergency accommodation. They will be spread out between adults and children. As of today, we've had reports that there's over 2,549 children spread across the country living in hotel and B&B style accommodation. What we've seen over the last couple of months is bank repossessions have been a very big contributor to people becoming homeless and people registering with homeless services. So bank and court repossessions on homes have seen a lot of families move into homelessness over the last year. Currently, at the moment, we've been told that by July 2017 that there will be nobody within B&B and hotel accommodation, and as of today we're saying that plan has already failed. There's absolutely no way we're going to be able to remove all these people from homelessness or from homeless services. There's over 700 families in B&B and hotel accommodation, which means that they need to be rehoused, they need to go into social housing, and there's not enough social housing being built at present in order to move these people on. So we're looking at the June 2017 target, which just doesn't seem feasible at the moment. The 2020 Rebuild Ireland plan doesn't seem feasible either, because the situation where there is not enough social housing being built at the moment for people to move into accommodation. We need to build, we need a better build programme. Those programmes that are in place at the moment are already doomed to fail, because last year there was only 18 modular homes built. The Dublin City Council are not building enough houses at the moment either. So the plan to build is already failing. So we need, in order to turn that around, we need ground dug and we need bricks laid, and we need to be building social housing straight away. What we're looking for is to call on on central government. We're looking to call on the DRHE for a homeless service review, and we're asking the public to come on board within that campaign. Over the last week we've launched Homeless Service Review, and we're asking people to hashtag Homeless Service Review to Homeless Dublin on Twitter, Facebook. We're asking people to come on board through social media and back our campaign, where we can enter hostels and we can inspect hostels. We're asking for NGOs to be given access to these hostels in order to see what the issues are and why people are afraid to access hostel style accommodation across the country. We're also asking for a full review on homeless services, and that includes expenditure, it includes hotels and private developers that are being used by homeless service at the moment, and the monies that are being paid out. At the moment we're looking at an excess of 160 million euros being spent across the country on homeless services over a year, and a lot of that money seems to be wasted. We're looking for the public to come on board with a major campaign, hashtag Homeless Service Review. We're looking for the DRHE to be held accountable and responsible for the hostel style accommodation units that are being accessed by people across the city. On one night alone last week, 54% of people refused to access hostel style accommodation through fears of drug, alcohol and violence within the hostel situation. So what we're looking for is the DRHE to be held accountable first and foremost for these hostels, the people that are running these hostels to be held accountable. We're looking for mandatory inspections to be held and access to these hostels to be given to the NGOs. We're also looking that there's a benchmarking system, and that there's ongoing process and due process at that in regard to accessing these hostels and being able to inspect them as and when they're needed. And a complaints facility put in place that if a client or a service user isn't happy with a hostel situation, that they're not punished for that they're that we're able to go back and we're able to review exactly what's going on within the hostels. So what we're looking for is the public to come on board through our social media avenues, hashtag Homeless Service Review. We're asking people to tag the Dublin Regional Homeless Executive within that. We're asking the government and central government to step up in regard to implementing policy that we can access these hostels, and this is a real issue and we need to get on top of it. So again, hashtag Homeless Service Review, Twitter, Facebook. Anthony Flynn, CEO of Inner City Helping Homeless.